Unless you know the history of Central America, then don't comment and condemn the parents who are sending their children here north.
They don't talk about why we are pushed to come here, why we feel the need to take on that huge risk, because coming here is deadly. You face a risk of rape, of getting trafficked, of going missing, of dying on your journey here.
A lot of the reporting that is coming out about the issue fails to acknowledge the fact that the children involved are primarily Central American.
The Northern Triangle, where most of these children are coming from, is plagued with violence, is plagued with femicide, is plagued with hunger. And it's like, how can you blame these parents for wanting to give their children a better life?
We need to acknowledge that, the people that are fleeing there, upon reaching the border, they should be given their due process, according to international law.
When we talk about keeping families together, we need to be specific about how we want that to be. For me, that means abolishing ICE.
There's one thing that we know less about, is how this violence came about in these countries. And the US has a role to play in it, and is still playing that role.
I've also noticed a lot of reports that fail to provide proper context or bypass any necessary discussion that we should be having about the complicity of the U.S. government.
Just between El Salvador, Guatemala, and Nicaragua, and Honduras, there have been numerous U.S. interventions in their countries. And those interventions included U.S.-funded right-wing death squads, though they have included U.S.-installed authoritarian leaders, and we're talking about massacre, bombings, and civil wars, and all of these have very real consequences.
Let's talk about how the United States has supported these leaders that have constantly put U.S. private interests and Honduran officials' private interests before the Honduran people.
The U.S. shouldn't be doing what it's doing to these countries in the first place, but given that it is, the least it can do is let the people in.
We need to stop doing what we've been doing for a very long time now, because it hasn't been working.
Help people trust each other, create community centers, help kids, go to school and get jobs. This is the only way forward.
We need to stand together along with other folks who have been deemed criminal and illegal to abolish ICE and other forms of detention and incarceration so that we can regain our humanity.
The solution is going to be more freedom, not less. It's not going to be control and repression. It's going to be to give people more freedom, but also to address the needs of the people.